Theater of the Mind Flayer.
Welcome to Theater of the Mind Flayer, a D&D play podcast set in the homebrewed world of Jekyll. We've got 2 DMs for some reason, which can only mean twice the fun. So sit back, relax, and enjoy your time at
Theater of the Mind Flayer.
Welcome to Theater of the Mind Flayer, the podcast that is like a warm hug from a relative that smells a little like anus. I'm Jacob Machin. That is Caleb Dowdall.
Disgusted as always. Yeah, how are you, Jake?
I'm good. Have you had a family member? Does your family listen to this?
No, they do not.
Okay,
I don't
cool.
think so,
So
anyway.
which one of them smells like anus?
They all smell like anus, to be fair. It runs in the family.
Is that why Jake's sitting so far away from you?
Yep.
I've had more than my fair share of sniffing Caleb's anus while we're doing the other podcast. Fruity. Yeah, he puts a fruit roll up there to funnel through a fart, so it comes out smelling wonderful. The disgusted faces that you cannot hear are our cast. We've got Hercules Mays.
Hi.
We've got Daelyn Lester-Serafini.
Hello.
We've got Danielle Butlin.
Hi.
We've got Luke Sykes.
I was not informed this would be an anal play podcast. I don't know if I want to be part of it.
Well, I did just listen to the raw footage of you popping your shell back in and the pops and us pretending like you're pulling anal beads out. It was very funny. Very funny. It is that kind of podcast.
Anything can happen in D&D.
So, how are we all doing? What's news? Oh, mic etiquette. We've got tea being bumped into microphones.
I'm so sorry.
The more work you make Caleb do, the more fun he has in the edit.
I just edit now at random. I see this intro because it's usually like 17 to 20 minutes long.
You look at the
and I take like 15 minutes from the middle, and I just don't even listen. I go.
He looks for the spike at when I go, ah! And that's when it begins. Yeah. What's been happening? I'm concerned about you guys.
Oh.
There's been a lot of talk and argy-bargy between two of you over your seating position in this recording.
Oh, I'm glad you brought this up because I have been feeling a bit of tension in the room. Jake.
In the group chat, there's a back and forth. Daelyn and Luke tend to fight over the same spot on the couch, and it kind of came to a head today when Luke kind of wanted to hang out with me, and I was like, sweet, I'd love to hang out. I'm just going to make shit up now. I'd love to hang out. I think I asked you to hang out, to be honest. Anyway, he sat on the couch, and he hasn't moved, and he's claimed that seat, and Daelyn's shattered.
And what you're about to hear was a victory sip.
Not on my podcast.
I mean,
Yes. Yeah.
at this point, we've just kind of like traded it back and forth. So I'm fine.
Is it mutual, the trading back and forth?
We'll find out.
Yeah, have you been keeping tally over who has what seat at what point?
When you buy us all comfortable chairs, there'll be no more fighting.
When we have the budget for comfortable chair. I'm sitting on a fucking piano stool, so...
You know, I don't know. I had it last week. You know, we've swapped back and forth a couple times.
Shared
so.
custody.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
We're like good
We both get to
parents.
visit the
Good
spot.
step-parents, yeah.
As long as I get... Hogan cuddles are really all I want. Like, that's the main reason I want to be on the
Yeah.
couch. I want the, like...
Got the puppy cuddles.
Yeah.
And he
so,
is completely out of it right now.
like, fully.
Yeah. I sometimes wonder if he's in a coma and what it'd be like for the sweet embrace of death. All right, why don't we play an improv game?
Yay.
Right there.
No, sometimes you say stuff and it really resonates.
What's your trip here been like, Caleb? Why do you feel like you want
I don't
to
even
embrace
want
death?
to. I don't even want to get into it.
Put it this way, he had to borrow socks when he got here.
That's how you know there were
Things had got wet.
haggling adventures.
Yeah.
We're going to play a game called News Report. This is a game, I don't know if anyone's ever seen Breaking News Network by College Humor, but what's going to happen is two of you are going to be the news anchors telling us the news of Jekyll for the week. You are going to tell us a couple of headlines, and then you are going to cut across to the weather reporter. One of you is going to be the weather reporter and is going to improvise some weather for the place. And then there will be breaking news, and the two anchors will cut across to the field reporter. The field reporter will then give their news report, and the news anchors will wrap us up.
Nice.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent.
Mostly.
Well, that's an improv game for you. Luke is not making eye contact with me. I don't think he wants to be a news anchor. Would anyone like to
whatever you
volunteer as a news anchor?
Yeah, sure.
Daelyn, news anchor.
I'll be a news anchor.
Luke, news anchor. Who would like to do the weather?
God. I'll do the weather.
Danielle, weather. Hercules, you are the
Easy one.
reporter in the
There are
field.
5 options.
boy, I can't wait.
It's my first day.
So, Here we go.
Do we have any prompts? Or-
They will prompt you to start talking about the weather.
We are wheeling out the teleprompter now.
Welcome to Jaquel News.
And welcome back. Thanks for all your patience. We have the latest news updates every day at local time.
My name is Tom Paper, and I'm with my co-anchor.
Lindsay Falcon. Our breaking story today, the eye in the sky that you're all so familiar with. It seems he has a little bit of...
It blinked. He's got glaucoma today. It's terrible. There's some goo dripping down on unsuspecting children.
And on that note, we better turn over quickly to our weather anchor.
Sally, this is Sally Fields. Thanks, Lindsay.
Thanks,
I'm
Sally.
standing here at the outskirts of Bocht.
Sure, yeah.
Yes,
There's
that's
more than
where
one
I am.
place.
It's hard to tell because, as you know, we have thick fog all day, every day. But the eye in the sky is causing trouble with the fog today, so we're seeing some clear patches over by the south. Other than that, it's just fog, fog, fog all the way from coast to coast. And back to you in the studio, Lindsay.
Thanks, Sally. Always. When you lose your voice for a second. Sorry.
In other stories, my co-anchor who has lost her voice is a problem that has been going around the world. For some reason, voices just keep being stolen. Luckily, they come back 5 seconds later.
It's true. What a phenomenon. Oh, we're just getting buzzed. We're getting a breaking news story. We'll get over to our anchor in the field.
Hi, this is Tom Thomerson, and I'm here in the field with a local Fiona resident. Excuse me, sir, how do you feel about losing your voice?
Oh, that almost got me.
Wow. Brutal.
Back to you, Lindsay.
Well, I've been Lindsay Falcon.
And I can't remember my name. I wasn't paying attention to myself.
And this is breaking news.
That was great.
Bravo.
Yeah, they really don't interview reporters in jail. They just
Well, to be fair, they don't have TV, so
whoever wants the job, they're just like, yeah, sure, come on.
Go for it. I wonder what news programs would be like in our world. Like in Severe or something like that. Like different kind of denizens of the land kind of telling the news and then seeing like the different opinions of things. Like the dwarf news as opposed to the elf news.
do you think there's a lot of corruption in Jaquel media?
I think there's definitely a fox, yeah.
Yeah? Do you think it's a bit
I
of
knew
fake
what you were
news
asking.
going
A
on?
little bit of fake news. You know what? We're going to have to write an Alex Jones character.
Yeah. Talking about a segue. No,
That was
we
terrible.
Need a better segue.
No, it's fine. We can just chill out till someone says something.
We
We do
clipped
enough
ourselves
talking
in
as
the,
it is, yeah.
in the foot with this segue thing, right? Like,
Speaking of
we've really
corruption,
kind of...
Speaking of not knowing how to segue things, let's play some D&D.
Yeah, that'll do.
Wow.
Leader of the Mind Flip.
in our last session, while Safirith took watch on the roads, she encountered a strange man sitting on a boulder. After receiving a tattoo from our tiefling, he pointed out the power of her family ring, and then subsequently disappeared. But this is Dungeons & Dragons, and mysterious characters are a copper piece a dozen, and so our heroes also encountered a curious gnome on the side of the roads who was having trouble with his cart. Bias graciously offered him a hand, which he took quite literally, and then disappeared. Etterath used his beastly senses to track him down, and the trail led you guys to Lim Village, a village of people missing various appendages, some replaced by mechanical parts. You discovered that people who had also similarly given limbs and appendages to Iolgus, our gnome, they would come to this village and seemingly at random have their limbs replaced with mechanical pieces. They pointed out the cave that he was situated in, and you guys made your way there. Etterath took a bit of a fall in some oil and some webs, but you came to the mouth of the cave only to discover a hulking behemoth of metal and limbs, noses, arms, elbows, eyes jutting out everywhere. It started scuttling towards you. So let's roll initiative.
It was the use of the word scuttle that got me. Nothing that scuttles is good.
14.
Thank you, Agenar.
4.
4. Bias.
3.
Do better. Etterath. 4. You useless.
no.
Shit.
Not going to be
Damn.
good.
I told you I'm rolling like shit tonight.
So you see this hulking monstrosity scuttling towards you. Safirith.
Oh my god.
Sorry, just to describe, Jake's just put down a giant Mr. Potato Head model in lieu of our...
It's
Take a photo of that.
Yeah, we'll put it on the Instagram.
With
It's
only
horrifying.
eyes.
That gave me a genuine fight or flight response, and I don't know why.
It's massive as well compared to the other models. It's
Yeah.
like...
The creature's not quite that big.
No.
This feels like the T-Rex in Jurassic Park when it like steps through the fence and you
Yeah,
just
yeah.
see it next to the car. I'm like, no.
Nope. No. What would you like to do?
All right, okay. I'm going to try and hit it with an Eldritch Blast, and if I light shit on fire.
From where you're standing, go
Light
ahead
shit on
and
fire.
roll to attack.
Okay, that is a 15.
15 hits. Go ahead and fire off an Eldritch Blast as this
yeah.
weird thing full of hands and legs and arms and eyes and mouths and other appendages. Name an appendage. Quick, give me an appendage. Not that one.
Knee.
Knee. There's a knee. There's at least
there's
one knee.
definitely at least
Yeah.
one knee,
What about
Jake,
you?
yeah.
Name it.
Phalanges.
Phalanges. There's
Phalanges.
no phalanges.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
no
It's
fingies?
fingers without phalanges.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
What is this? Hills of Ice?
Sweet. So attack damage 4 + 3, so 7.
7 points of force damage as you fire off your... What color was it again? Your...
Dark purple.
Dark purple
Yeah.
Eldritch Blast.
It zaps one of the arms off.
Just one?
Just one.
Sorry, how many arms? I'm like near the wall, aren't I? Already?
You're right. You're pretty much holding onto the wall. You lifted up Etterath. And you're standing in some sort of a greasy, oily substance.
I feel like if I light that on fire, we're all fucked. So I'm gonna leave that alone. Yeah. All right. I'm done. I'm
Staying there, no
I'll
problem.
stay there.
Okay.
Brings us to the creature's turn.
You see one of its arms extend, pick up the arm you zapped off, and a little torch, like a blowtorch, comes out of its torso, and it starts soldering the arm flesh
Are you
back
fucking kidding
into
me?
itself. You see the arm that's been reattached, its fingers start to move as if
Fingers without phalanges.
as if retesting them. And then it starts...
That's why I said it has hands without phalanges.
That's horrible.
You see the monstrosity start to charge towards you. Give me a strength saving throw, Safirith.
And I guess
How
Etterath
big
as
is
well.
he? Yeah,
You're right
Etterath
next to-
as
Yeah,
well.
he's large.
5.
5.
19.
19.
God, pull me out of the way.
As he's coming, Safirith, he actually knocks you to the ground with one of his arms. And Etterath, you manage just to take the brunt of it and step away. Then he is going to turn to you, Safirith, and with 2 arms, give you a slap.
That is with advantage because you are prone. The first one is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And the second one is a 12 to hit.
No, that does not hit.
Right, so the first one is going to be one of these bad boys, I
Yeah,
believe.
roll that dice, Jake. Oh, I love it.
Fuck you. Oh, shit, okay. 4 points of slapping damage.
In response, can I cast Hellish Rebuke?
Oh, you can. Absolutely.
If you can describe to us how that hellish rebuke manifests.
Yeah, okay, so as the creature, I don't know why I'm calling it a he, it's clearly lots of just limbs.
You see dicks and you see vaginas as well. It's a bit of
Nice.
everything there.
As the thing looks down at me, I just like point back at it, and the hand that hit me is suddenly surrounded by crazy bright fire.
Yeah, I love it.
Is that a dexterity saving
that
throw?
is a save. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a dex save.
It fails. Go ahead and roll your damage.
6 + 8
It's your character. You do the math.
is 14.
14. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
14 points. Is that fire? Is that ice?
That is fire damage.
Fire damage is...
One of the lips on his chest opens up and you hear
Oh, there are lips. That was my
There's-
question on my turn.
Well, there you go. Saved you a turn.
Thank you.
Multiple lips actually all over. He goes
His mouth
in
lips
like
and his...
a robotic moan.
I was waiting
of
for it.
pain. Agnar.
Have we heard any sound from inside
So
the cave?
yeah, this is kind of happening at the mouth of the cave. So you can definitely see these goings on.
Probably saw
See it?
the
and I think
Eldritch Blast.
I also think right before we ended last time, Etterath was like, "Do we yell? We yell."
Yeah, they yelled.
So
Good.
I think
Okay.
we did.
Excellent. Oh no, that doesn't look very good. And I'm going to cast.
Oh God, help me! It's so bad.
I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on. I just saw Safirith get.
knocked to the ground
Knocked
and then
on
slapped by a bunch
Safirith.
of hands.
Yeah.
Would you like to tell Safirith what she gets from that?
Safirith, you get a shimmering field around you.
Ooh.
And a +2 to your AC.
+2 to AC. Yeah, baby.
Beautiful. Is there anything else you wish to do?
Agnar is going to use some movement to fly.
Go ahead and roll your saving throw to fly.
Attempt to fly. Ooh. Yeah, that's an 8.
An 8. So
Right.
you
We've got half
take
speed.
off. So you've got half speed. You move at 25 feet in the air at the moment.
So, if possible, I'm going to go 25 feet diagonally. Yeah, towards the creature, but hopefully still out of range.
I will say that the cave mouth is no real higher than like 10 or 12
Great.
feet.
Yeah.
So you can go towards the mouth of the cave or...
Yeah.
You are now flying in the air above the cave entrance. That brings us to Etterath. What would you like to do?
Gonna bring out my rapier, and then I am going. Is there distance between the floor and this thing's undercarriage?
So, the way this thing is kind of moving.
That was my next question.
You're gonna hate it. It's kind of like underneath, legs everywhere underneath. So it as I said, it scuttles, right?
you-
It's a lot of limbs underneath it that move.
If you think about the way a tank moves on its on its rollers, same sort of thing, but it's with arms and legs going.
yeah.
Now, is this like a whole ball of just like, so it can go in any direction, anytime?
Yeah, it's an omnidirectional being for sure.
Fabulous. This is gross.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's
I don't like this.
incredibly gross.
Yeah.
That I know exactly what I'm gonna do. Since Etterath is already really oiled up and greasy,
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's a greasy boy.
he's gonna slide underneath this thing and try to stab it underneath.
Fuck it. Make it.
Oh, let's get. So are you trying to use the oil to like
Yeah.
give you a
to
slide?
Pete Townsend. Yeah.
I think we should give him an advantage for that.
I was going to get
because
him to
the
roll
oil's-
an athletics check to see if he does get advantage, but we can just give him advantage.
I
'cause
think
it's
you know
fucking
what? I think we just give him an
cool.
advantage.
Why not?
Why
if you've
not?
got
We're
problems,
the cool DMs.
right into us.
I also justified it that he's already super greasy.
He's super slippy.
So you're going to slide underneath him and come out the other side, yeah?
Yes.
Oh.
And stab him while I'm there.
And if you people out there have a problem with our advantage, he slid through the other side and ended up flanking. So fuck you.
Oh. What's your attack roll?
Stab it in the butt.
Stab his anus.
17.
17. That hits. Would you like to tell me what kind of appendage you slice off of this thing?
You know what? I think I get rid of some of the weird grabby arms.
Yeah, you hit a
Grabby
grabby
arms.
arm.
Some of the
Yeah.
weird grabby arms. I get those bad boys off.
Go ahead and roll your damage. Determine how many grabby arms you...
12 damage.
As you
Shit.
slice, you take out 3 of the arms. You see them plop lifeless underneath the construct.
Ooh, can we like move the arms out of the way?
Potentially.
Are they?
Have you an ice box?
have a little Ziploc bag?
You see an organ donor card just kind of float down from the thing. Is there anything else you wish to do, Etterath? You've used up probably all your movement because it's technically difficult terrain.
As a bonus action, I would like to shift.
Okay, describe to us your shift, your big steaming shift.
So as I'm sliding under, all greased up, I pop back up on the other side, and you see me like rapier in one hand and then just like clawed hand digging into the floor in the other, and I look up with the glowing eyes just, oh, this will be fun.
I've got to give you more anime music, don't I? Hell yeah. Like, it's going to be a
We'll
thing.
all have our own themes. It's
Yeah.
theme.
I'm not even trying, it's just happening.
That brings us around to Bias Jaw.
Oh, god damn it. That fucking idiot ruined my plan. It's made of limbs. Why'd you cross the oil? Get back on our side. Can't cross the oil. It'll slip and fall. With that, I walk closer to the oil.
From the
and-
ground, I'm going to yell, "The oil is everywhere!"
Not where I am. And then I activate Gnome shall pass.
Gnome shall pass. Go ahead and describe to us what that is.
I'm dying to know.
I activate the shield amulet on my arm, and this like shield extends out in front of me. That goes from like my shoulder to my knees, like a Roman gladiator shield.
You guys see this strange technology that isn't quite magical, isn't quite mechanical, as he kind of fiddles with his arm, and this shield pops up.
And then I just walk to the edge of the oil. And I get over this side. It can't get us here.
Would you like to do anything else? Bonus action. Or is it an action to bring out your shield? Or
Bonus action.
yeah, so you can hold an action if you wish.
I'll cast Bane.
You'll cast the Bane. Nice. That is a charisma saving throw, I believe.
13.
13. Here we go. Would you like to tell us how you cast Bane?
I go, come at me, you ugly lump of legs.
And those words mince in the air and head towards it, and you feel that there's like a swirl of dark energy around it, or light energy, and it shakes it off. It rolled a natural 20.
Oh.
Is there anything else you wish to do?
No, I'm done.
Excellent. You hear from inside the cave some movement up the back, some frantic rustling, a shutting of a chest, and some donning of some armor.
Who could it be?
And that is...
I know.
It takes 5
Okay.
minutes to don armor. Excuse me.
Is putting on the last of his armor.
The last 10 seconds of a 5-minute armor putting on stinks.
Yeah, if you want to get specific, it was the last 6 seconds of donning armor.
Arms are
they were
really
making a lot of
hard.
noise flipping around for a while.
And you hear the muttering of a spell cast, but it's too far away for you to recognize. And that brings us to Safirith.
Do I have to make a save to try and be unprone?
Well, you can stand prone using half of your movement.
All right, okay.
But if you go to move in the grease and don't want to fall over, you may need to do a check.
It's quite the trap we've laid. Not gonna lie, it's quite the combo.
all right.
I got a high five this time. I didn't have to do it myself.
I'll use half my movement to stand.
Yeah, you
for
stand.
sure.
Then I'm just gonna aim another Eldritch Blast right in that center.
That will be at disadvantage because you are right in front of an Eldritch Blast is a ranged
Jeez,
attack.
It is ranged.
Yep.
You're right.
Although, truth being told, you are flanking, so you could just get a straight roll with it if you wanted to. It'll cancel out that
All right. Okay.
disadvantage. The advantage and disadvantage will cancel out.
All right. That's a 17.
That definitely hits.
Roll that damage.
1d10 plus 3. 9.
9. Are you striking for a limb or its
9.
metal torso?
I want to try and get right in that metal torso. I want to get some of that electricity up in that.
You see the metal harness start to like heat up slightly, and another one of his lips, but this time on what maybe you would assume is its shoulder. You hear no. You notice little compartments on this creature, little metal flaps, and they open up and more arms shoot out, and then they start spinning on either side of it, and then they start to speed up like propeller fans until you can't even make out how many arms are spinning because it's all one big mesh of arms and limbs. It does like a 360 spin with a 17 to hit both you, Safirith, and you, Etterath.
Oh, that just hits.
Just barely hits.
You get whipped in the face with these arms and take 9 damage.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh,
How you doing?
not good. I'm getting my ass kicked by a bunch of hands.
Good old warlock melee fighters.
Then you see
You're a
Etterath.
hexblade, right?
You see one of its lips open
Don't you dare.
and a medley of teeth that you notice are definitely pulled from different creatures, right? Some are long and sharp, some are blunt. They're not in the proper place you would think when looking inside someone's mouth. And he kind of juts his stomach out where these lips are to try take a bite out of you. And that's going to be 19 plus 6, 25 to hit.
Yes, it does.
He sinks his teeth in you for 11 damage. Wow.
Like I'm picturing like
Fuck you.
no face, like just like
Yeah, it's just a mess
Ew.
of teeth and jaws.
a little help.
That would have straight up murdered you, wouldn't
Yes,
it?
I would be dead,
We're gonna heal her.
I told you, get out of the fucking way. Get behind the oil.
but I can't move.
Oh no. As a bonus action, because I realize it's a bonus action, not an action, I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon.
Nice.
Hey.
Or attempt to, anyway. Yes, that's 22. to
Nice.
pass.
What's your spiritual weapon look like, Agenar?
It looks like, so for those of you who might be familiar, Brigantia's cross. So it's a woven, equal-sided cross. So not like the Christian-y cross. It's equal sides, and it's
It's a plus sign.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
a plus sign. That's the word. Equal sign.
I didn't want to interrupt your
Oh,
description that
gosh.
time.
Anyways, it's one of those, and it's burning. Yeah,
And it's burning like an.
it's on fire.
Oh, go ahead and
Yes.
roll your damage. Yeah.
Great. Okay. Rolling my damage. That is happening right now. 1d8 plus 3. Okay. Yes. Okay, that is 10.
10 points of radiant damage, I believe.
Force damage.
Force damage.
Actually.
Okay, yeah. Your cross spins the same way that he spun around. They spun around as this pinwheel goes and kind of speed bags these strange fleshy sacks coming from the side of them. You're not sure what they are, and does a decent bit of damage.
So
for
I
the
can
gnome.
see you're looking
What gnome?
pretty.
The gnome that stole all the limbs earlier and is now probably
I
in the
don't
back
think
of the
you've seen a
cave.
gnome yet.
I heard something.
You heard something.
Okay. So you're looking pretty.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna shout out. Oh no! Here, please be okay. And then cast Healing Word with that.
Oh, amazing.
So that's 1d4 plus 6 for you.
Okay.
Excellent.
Woo! 10.
Would you like to move at all?
Oh, I feel so much better.
Is that all your hit points back?
No,
Almost.
I'm gonna stay kind of hovering
Hovering around.
here.
Yeah,
Like
sure.
a nervous chicken that I
Yeah,
am.
that's fine.
Yes.
Yeah, that brings us to Etterath. What would you like to do with your freshly found temporary hit points?
Yeah, I just realized that. Yeah, thank you. I am going to use my bonus action to channel divinity.
No.
Yeah. And I'm going to make this even worse for everybody else, so I'm so sorry about this. But maybe it'll help. I don't know. I am going to use Marine Layer.
Okay, so what's the radius of that? As
Hello?
a thick layer of fog obscures everything. I believe it's heavy,
20 feet.
20-foot radius. Where would you like to center that on?
God.
It centers on myself.
Anyone got blind fighting by any chance?
You guys watch as this thick layer of marine fog kind of seeps out from Etterath, from his very pores, perhaps, as the creature, Etterath, Safirith, are all obscured in this fog. It is heavily obscured. Except Etterath, you can see.
Wow, what a team player.
Sorry, I'm trying to protect everybody.
You are currently blinded, technically.
Hey,
Don't worry,
bud.
so is it.
Hey, bud.
Okay, just you.
I'm going to assume that's you.
Go ahead.
Just you and
yeah.
me. Then I'm going to stab him.
Yeah, go ahead and stab him.
Do I get advantage now because he's blinded? I can't remember.
Sure. But he's got tremor sense, so...
But I am flanking already, so.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, tremor sense. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I
I
guess
know,
so.
I'm fishing for advantage.
I know you are. You don't really know you're flanking, though. Yeah, whatever.
I rolled 2 2s.
Oh. So this marine layer kind of comes out from you, and you watch as the creature kind of whirls around. It's got multiple eyes that are kind of blinking, and you hear Safirith call out to you, and you, in all your glory, swipe out, and as you do, the creature kind of turns suddenly as if it heard another noise.
You go,
And
fuck.
that brings us to the man himself, Bias Jord.
Yeah. Well, there's a giant potato in my way, so I can't see. Can I see Safirith?
You can't see anything now. The marine layer actually is covering the entire mouth of the cave. Where Safirith was merely 10 feet in front of you, she is now gone. The marine layer is right in front of you. You're just out from it.
All right, Safirith, no healing for you. Question for the DM.
Yeah?
Now, I have a legalese question, and I know what the answer is going to be, but I want to do the spell command. You speak a one-word command to a creature you can see within range.
Yes.
Do I have to see them for it to take effect?
Yes, because the spell says that you can see within range.
But what's
I'm
the point of
sorry.
saying it out loud?
Because then who will we know who you're directing
targeting
towards?
it, right?
Creature.
Yeah.
Do the,
No, that
do
the
the
spell-
Otherwise, everyone that would hear it.
Yes, the spell's specifically worded that way.
Blast my legalese. This is why I'm not a liar. Well, then I do nothing and say, get out of the fucking fog and get back here. And that's all
Come
my
to me.
action.
That is all you wish to do?
That's all I can do.
Excellent. You can run in there. You guys hear the pitter-patter of feet.
Ha, fucking told you.
And then you hear... Etterath beside you pops up Yolgus, who kind of does not notice you because he's not an ally in the same marine lair, but he reaches out blindly with his hand and touches the construct and says, "No, now's not the time." And he casts a spell. And that is the end of Yolgus's turn. That brings us to Safirith.
I can't see them right now. I'm
Can't
just
see
still
anything.
Okay.
You heard me shout.
Yeah, I heard you
can hear
shout.
everything.
But if I'm that close to the creature, do I kind? Nope. Just
Technically,
okay.
no. Yeah.
All right.
You could probably see like a shadowy outline, but your
Okay.
attacks would be at disadvantage.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna try and back my way
You're gonna
out.
carefully back your way out.
Carefully
yeah.
back my way out of the cave.
Did you just booty scooch backwards,
Yeah,
Jake, in real life?
Yeah, you yeah. We want the movement, please. You watch Bias as Safirith, looking horrible, like she's been beaten, kind of scooching her way out, slowly backing out of the marine layer, out of the greasy oil on the ground.
Oh, welcome. Join us. It's fun back here.
Join us. Join you. Where is everyone else? Etterath was in there, and then it went foggy, and now I'm here. There's a giant thing with arms and teeth and mouths, and are you gonna go fight it?
That's just about 6 seconds.
I was waiting for that.
Is there anything else you wish to do? You've just used your movement. Cannot see you, so you could not get an attack of opportunity,
Yeah.
so you're safe.
No, I don't think I'll just attack blindly into the fog. You know what? Fuck it.
There you go.
I'll make a disadvantage.
Go ahead and roll with your Eldritch Blast at disadvantage.
Okay. 14.
14.
That
You fire off an Eldritch Blast and it hits something in there.
Oh, find out if I killed one of my companions. That is 10 damage.
Yeah, you don't see anything, but you do hear another mechanical groan, like, I am voice. Okay,
What was that?
on to the
My
creature's turn.
Goodness.
Etterath, you see the creature's...
Agenar goes first.
It's not Agnar's go,
Oh,
it's the
okay,
creature's
cool.
go.
Oh,
That's fine. That's fine.
Whose
Never
turn
mind.
is it?
Finally, someone's questioning the DM and they're wrong.
There's bound to be one every 5 sessions where we're
I
right.
won it.
Yeah.
Good in. All right. You see the creature's legs pop back into the shafts in its body, and you see it start to float. It seems that there's some kind of air propulsion system underneath its body.
That's not fucking fair.
And then, well, it's got it in the stat sheet if you want to have a look.
You remember that
I would
there
like
are
a look, yes,
people.
please.
There were people in
You heard of
Limtown
Glide?
that seem to have flat bottoms, and you deduct that maybe Yoga stole some anuses, and you hear like a vague.
Boo.
Fart monster.
And it starts to charge straight towards the mouth of the cave. Would you like to make an attack of opportunity?
I would.
Fucking do it then.
20 unnatural.
Oh, that'll do it. Roll your damage.
As you slice and dice.
9.
9. Oh, as it goes, you lob off again an assortment of appendages, nose, lips. There's even a little bit of hair. You don't know why he would even put that on there, but there is hair there. You give him a little haircut as he goes.
Oh, Mr. Potato Head.
He continues his charge. Make a strength saving throw.
Not 20.
Oh,
Hey.
Hey, you finally got an at 20.
I know!
Hey, that would be a 10.
a 10. It charges at you. Bias, you get knocked prone.
You just when you're prone because you're a turtle.
He's like a turtle, and he. He's on his back and he can't get up. Yeah.
Just rolling around.
That's brilliant.
Not written anywhere that happens, guys.
No, you just missed it. It's canon now.
He's going to do 3 quick roundhouse kicks all at once. And he's going to aim 2 of them at you, Bias, with advantage for
Why is the DM rolling better than all of us together?
kicking damage.
10 points of kicking.
Roundhouse kicking damage. It's
10 points of Chuck Norris damage.
yeah. And then for you, Safirith, straight roll. That's 2 + 6, is it?
Mess.
You watch as your turtle buddy gets knocked to the ground, starts flailing a little bit, and gets kicked twice.
Not canon, guys. Don't flail. I'm cool.
Flail. And another foot comes rushing towards you, and you duck out of the way.
Dip and dodge.
Yeah.
All right, Safira, get back. Get away from me. You bad luck.
Fucking rude.
that
It's not my
brings us
fault you're
to-
not faster.
Agenar, now it's your go.
What is that? I'm going to pull my spiritual weapon towards it. It can only move 20 feet, though.
Your spiritual weapon glides across 20 feet, spinning.
Like a ninja star.
So that's a bonus action to move it. And then I'm going to use my personal movement. Will that bring me close enough? It's kind of hard to tell with it.
A little bit of your PM, yeah.
It looks
Potatoey
like it
form.
will.
Yeah, I'll say you can get to the creature at that point, yeah.
Brill. And then I'm going to use my talons to attack.
Give me an attack roll.
I'm going to get up
Chicken.
a little bit up close.
Winner, winner,
This one.
chicken dinner.
Oh, no. 7 to hit.
That does
Does
not.
not hit.
You swoop down with some sort of grace that you think you possess, but in your chicken form, you're actually flapping wildly as your talons go and don't quite make it. Your spiritual weapon just behind you.
So close.
And that is all.
Beautiful. That
Etterath.
brings us to Etterath, yeah.
I am going to... Man, I got so many things I can do as a bonus action. None of them take concentration.
Damn.
Round of applause for Etterath, please.
You're so cool, Etterath. You got the
So
best character.
awesome.
You don't even need a party. What are you
Wow.
doing? What are you doing with these guys?
It's very humbling to be on this podcast, isn't it?
I've been waiting for this for 6 episodes. I'm going to try to stab the gnome that has just appeared in the mist beside me.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll to hit. As
Kill
you
him.
turn on your heel.
21.
21
That'll hit.
hits, yeah.
We were fighting kids before. Now you
10.
You can go all out now. It's fine. 10?
10 points of damage.
Yeah, you slice at him.
Yeah, you
Dig
slice
him
him.
right in the shoulder where luckily he took the time to put some armor on. Otherwise, whoa, that arm would be gone. But he did. Took a whole 5 minutes to put it on. So he takes a little bit of damage. But
Caleb, can I have a word with you?
yeah, absolutely. Man.
Good stuff. You're doing real well.
Thanks.
Thanks.
I'm just trying to make you look good.
That's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you swipe at him and you notice you kind of rake across this really well-made armor and find a gap and slice a little bit of his ribs up.
And then I am going to use my bonus action to cast Compel Duel on him.
Okay, what's the saving throw for that?
Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, and
Of
would you
12.
would you like to tell us how you compel him to duel?
I rake my rapier across his side, and then I look at him, I go, "It's just you and me now. Hunter and the hunted."
Okay. Is that your turn?
It is.
Okay, excellent. That brings us to Bias Jaw. You have just been knocked on your ass by a big old fleshy mound of limbs.
So I hop up. I do a kip up. Fuck you guys. I can get off the ground.
And I was about to say, there's no shame in asking for help.
Absolutely not.
And then I will attack.
Yeah, you're going to take some swipes at it? A swipe? A swing?
A single swap. I rolled a 5.
My bad. You reach out and you pull your big warhammer with all this glory and you swing it and you miss. You're still getting used to having the off balance of not having a hand with your shield up. What else would you like to do?
I will healing words myself. You can get off the floor with a kip up. You're not stuck like a normal total. And then I give myself 6 hit points back.
Bias Jaw went through rigorous training to kip up from his shelled state.
Is it one like smooth motion, or is it like a rock, and then up?
Well, he doesn't lift off the ground, but he rolls back far enough that it does it in one.
Okay, all right.
Yolgus turns to you Etterath, and says, I'm not trying to hurt anyone, I'm just trying to do research. And he taps himself on the chest and casts Thunder Wave. Can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
23.
23. You take 4 points of thunder damage as you feel this thunderous force erupt from him, and you kind of push against it, and you expect if you had not have saved so well, you would have been pushed backwards. He looks at you up and down and says, oh God, you're stronger than I thought. And you hear a as he disappears from sight. Fuck. And Etterath, you have no idea where he went.
I can still see.
Etterath, you have no idea where he went.
I can see through the mist.
No idea where
You have no idea where he went.
Yeah, you and all creatures within 5
And then you
trees,
turn
like obscure.
and look over your right shoulder, and he's there, just outside your mist. And that is his turn. That brings us to Safirith.
Would you say I'm within 20 feet of the creature? Is that about?
Let me get my ruler out.
I think
You
you're
probably
touching
are.
its hand.
Oh, yeah, you are within.
I am touching his hands. Okay.
Yeah, you
I'm
are.
just-
I'd say you're in like 15 to 10 feet.
Sweet. Okay. I'm just going to try and stab it with my dagger.
You're going to move forward and stab him?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Give me an attack roll.
That is a 19.
Oh,
my
that hits.
goodness.
Roll your damage.
As you whip out this dagger and shank him.
That is a 7 piercing
Oh.
damage.
You stab at him,
It's a good stab.
and you see him kind of
bad.
slump over. He seems to be kind of close to like powering down, for lack of a better word. You hear him say, I did not ask to be born. And
So why are you attacking?
I am programmed to attack. That is how machines work, unfortunately.
And that's 6 seconds.
I will try and use my movement to move around him to hopefully flank him for bias.
Brings us to the construct.
I do not want to do this anymore. He lashes out half-heartedly at you, Safirith, with his elbow, and he misses.
You can tell that he's just not feeling it now.
All of his lips, like 6-7 pairs, go into a frown, and you see his eyes, multiple, probably about 50 eyes, start to well up.
Stop making me feel bad.
I am a lot of things, but lucky is not one.
Agenar is going to say rest and attempt to cast, the DMs are going to allow this, Word of Radiance non-fatally. If that's possible. I mean,
What?
does that, can you do that, or is that just with like melee attacks and stuff that you can do?
Typically, in order to knock something out, you need to do a melee attack.
Okay.
Or a melee, depending on where you're from. And you need to denote that that's what you wish to do. But Word of Radiance, because it is a spell and it is radiant energy, I don't see that it could do that. I'm sorry.
All right. Rest, peace.
Are you doing it anyway?
I'm doing it anyway.
Okay.
It's
Is
not-
that a-
it's not
Is that
that
a
much.
save or is that an attack roll?
Yeah, it's a save.
Okay, what's the save?
Con 13.
You say your Word of Radiance, your voice echoes out, and you can see the sound waves kind of billow around it, and it kind of tilts itself down, and they kind of pierce around the sides of it, but have no effect.
How tall is this mist? The fog.
His fog's like a dome in the cave. It's nowhere near you at the moment. I
Okay, but
believe
my
it's
line of
20
sight.
You can't see in the
I
cave.
can't
Yeah,
see
it
in the
covers the
cave,
cave.
yeah.
20 feet all around me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna attack with my spiritual weapon as my bonus action. That's 19 to hit.
That hits.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
11.
11. Do you want to describe how you kill this creature?
And Caleb, if you could let us know how he's feeling as he dies.
As in his internal thoughts?
I'll get his internal monologue after we get there.
Okay.
The most peaceful of us.
Yeah. So this burning, fiery cross is going to come down, spinning towards the creature, but as it hits, it's going to touch the creature, and then the burning glow is going to spread all around the creature, but for the creature, it's going to be a kind of almost cool, soothing burn, similar to
way? Possible way?
similar to the what's it called, the flue fire in Harry Potter. You know how it like looks and it's
okay.
like, oh, this is actually, it kind of tickles, and it and it's gonna put him to sleep.
Now, is it not?
mean burn him
is it
alive?
not force damage?
It is force damage.
Technically, it would be like being punched by a fire, by a spinning wheel. But
But it's a cool.
But as this happens, as it slips into the long good night,
It's gonna knock him out first, and
he
then
thinks,
How ironic. I have 9 hearts, but have never felt love.
that's irony.
I have 23 noses, yet have never smelt a fresh flower.
It's just bad
I have
handling.
50 eyes, yet I will never look in the eyes of someone I love.
Staring him in the eye.
Goodbye, crew.
As this construct kind of powers down, partly deflates, partly crumples in the mouth of the cave. That brings us to Etterath.
All right, from this tragically beautiful moment back to the fucking bloodbath. I'm gonna run up to him because I think he's 5, 10, 15, 20. He's 25 feet away from me, so I'm gonna move up right towards him.
Yeah, go ahead and move
I
yourself
love-
up
yeah,
there.
I can-
And your marine layer.
And then I'm gonna stab him non-lethally.
Okay, guys, we're going to need to do a PSA here. You cannot use lethal damage like stabbing, burning, or anything like that non-lethally. I'm just going to say it now.
Well, you just said that with melee
What if we
damage,
say
so we're gonna-
nice stab before we do it?
You know, it's more like a
I stab with a smile.
Do you want to hit him with the butt of your sword? It'll be less damage. It'll be closer to your base kind of melee strike.
He also hasn't taken much damage, so maybe.
You know what? No,
Stab him a little.
Neither of you
yeah.
technically, but you're nearly dead.
you know what? Yeah, no, I'm gonna. He can survive one more hit. I'm gonna slash him.
Go ahead and slash with advantage.
22.
22 hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
7.
7 points of damage. As you slice at him, praying that he can take this, you kind of strike him across the shoulder armor. What's that called? Shoulder armor.
Pauldron, yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Wow, that's good
Look
name.
at you guys. You strike
Play
him.
more video
You
games.
strike him across the baldric,
pretty much it.
and he bleeds a bit. And he turns to you, and he goes, and he cocks his head a little bit. Is there anything else you wish to do?
I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm just gonna stare at him.
Okay. That brings us to Bias Jord.
Etterath, maybe don't kill the fucking gnome. What are you doing in there? And then I start searching the robust limbed creature for my arm.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll an investigation check to look for your arm
Going through the pile.
in the enormous pile of limbs.
There can't be that
Trying
many
on
fucking
different
total
arms.
limbs.
You're looking for a turtle limb, yeah, that's right.
That's probably not good. That was a 7 plus investigation. 8.
Hey, you start rummaging through. You just see Safirith beside you, limbs going flying left and right. You know,
I'm not chopping up the other ones.
You
I'm just-
find you're rummaging through.
Okay.
There's limbs everywhere. They've all been sliced
It's
off.
like a thrift store.
Yeah.
First of all, you come across what you think may be your limb.
Ah!
Upon closer inspection, it is actually a loxodon limb. Like a elephantesque limb. And you also find another one that you're like, this is it. It's a chode.
That won't do. There's no claws on the end of this one. I throw it away.
Anything else you wish to do?
I yell at the other two, like, help me find my fucking arm.
Yolgus looks at you and in a voice that's not seemingly his, he says, like respects like. And you see him morph a little bit before turning invisible.
You
And-
piece of shit.
And as he does, you hear him call out in his gnome voice, and he says, Stop, you've killed my baby. I can help you. You want limbs back? I can help you.
And that's where we're going to end our session.
Leader of the Mind Flip.
Thanks for listening to Theatre of the Mind Flayer. We go live on all good podcast apps every Tuesday. If you like what you heard, leave us a review on whatever podcast app you're listening to. If you didn't like it, well, stiff shit, you already listened to it. Reach out to us on Twitter at mindflayer_pod and on Instagram at Theatre of the Mind Flayer. Thanks, babies.
Theater of the Mind
Sure, Luke doesn't know it. He hasn't listened to the podcast.
Luke's not a fan.
I download it and I listen to it just on mute.
He gives us the listen. That's all we ask for.